Welcome to Valentines special edition right here on ZimGospel Masters Radio on Inspirational Session. My name is Supanache and I'm the host for this show. Of course, I've got someone by my side. Good morning to you, Miss Chris. How are you doing?
Yeah, of course, you're listening to the voice of your favorite one. That is the voice of Miss Chris, taking you through this exciting show. Happy Valentine's to you all.
Of course, you can also send your messages via our WhatsApp platform, that is 0714-810-907, or even to follow our social media pages. Of course, today we are so blessed to have a big name in this studio. Christabel, can you give us a brief background about our own guest on a Valentine's special edition?
We are joined by Dr. Moso, the holder of a PhD, Cultural Studies, Masters in Education History, a Bachelor of Education History, Diploma in Education History and Shona, and Diploma in Theology. And books authored includes A New Trends in History, A Competence-Based Approach to Regional History, Mastery to A-Level History, Zimbabweans Hidden Heritage, Exploration of Ancient Sand in Zimbabwe, and Towards Your Destiny. And the last one is A Right Step, and he is a youth coach or teacher. So welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm excited to be here today.
Yeah, we are also excited. Do you actually believe in Valentine's Day? Like this year is leap year, and varume do vari kutengerwa Valentine's Day. So maybe matengere or makato mira kuti your wife surprise you.
And we just want to see his present as well. So we just want to see his present as well.
Okay, that is nice. I think I'm going to spoil my wife soon after this. So, it's a day of sharing, a day of giving, a day of showing love.
Okay.
So today, that is the day of showing our loved ones that we love them.
Alright, that's really wonderful.
Yeah.
Of course, before we proceed with our show, I've got also a question to you, Doc.
Yes, it's okay.
Like, do you believe in love? Do you believe in love? Any plans for Valentine?
You know, when God created human beings, that element of love is there in each and every individual. You need to be loved, you need to be appreciated. You know, when you are loved, that self-esteem now it comes to you, that positivity, that energy, it comes to you. So I believe in love, especially our wives. We should love them. You know what? They cook for us, they wash for us, they do everything for us, they are there for us. Even when you die, they are the people who miss you most. So love is so important.
We're live on our Facebook page, that is ZimGospel Masters Official. Okay, Joker. You know, we came from AMA 2K background, AMA 2K generation, and there are so many mysteries behind Valentine's Day, you know.
Yes.
So can you enlighten us about Valentine?
Let me start with the youth AMA 2K. This day, so many learners, so many students, they mistake it in the sense that they end up doing what they are not supposed to do. You know what? After this day, tomorrow, many scars will remain on these young stars, many scars will remain on these learners, on these students. So we want to unpack, we want to unleash, we want to give them advice, we want to mold them so that tomorrow, so that the day after tomorrow, they will still remain intact as they were yesterday. So it is the day to guide our AMA 2K today.
Valentine's special edition with editor Supanache and DJ Miss Chris. If you want to send a Valentine's message to your loved one, you can come through via our Facebook page. Then write your message. Then Miss Chris, do you have something to ask?
Okay, you mentioned it's a day that you are educating the AMA 2K kuti avasaita the things that they are not supposed to do this day. So what is it actually they are supposed to do?
Number one, today is a special day, like what I said, the day of love, the day of giving. You know what? Some youth today might decide not to go to school. They might decide to go to lodges. Someone might convince them, I love you so much, you are my heaven, you are my world. You know, when you're not there, my heart stops beating. Then they can convince the youth, they take them to the lodges, or they take them to areas which are not suitable for the youth. And you know what? The youth they end up doing things that they're not supposed to do. Sex. You can imagine doing sex since morning up to 4 o'clock, and they wait for the other students to come from school at 4 o'clock. It means that the youth already they are destroyed. So the youth this day, it should not leave you with scars. Don't be involved in sexual relationships. You know what, Banashe? You know what? Sex only lasts for a few seconds. So you want those few seconds to destroy your future. And you know what? When God created a human being now, He wanted a human being to have peace forever. If you put that bad thought in your mind, that thing that you're going to do today, it will haunt you the rest of your life. So if you want to enjoy your tomorrow, what are you supposed to do? Live right today so that you enjoy your tomorrow. What you plant today, you harvest it tomorrow. So if I want to enjoy my life, if I want to enjoy anything, I'm supposed to live right. There's a quotation that I wrote in my book. I wrote that if before you do anything as a youth, before you do anything, even for the adults, ask yourself this question: am I going to enjoy this memory? If the answer is no, don't. When the boyfriend is removing a t-shirt or any shirt that you're putting on, ask yourself this question: am I going to enjoy this memory? The boyfriend is removing clothes. Ask yourself, am I going to enjoy this memory? Remember, don't ever show anyone your nakedness. You are only supposed to be naked when you are bathing or when you are alone putting on your clothes. If you show anyone your nakedness, you are gone.
Okay, Doc, 2 days ago, as a ZimGospel Masters, we have published your article about Valentine's Day.
Yes.
But it seems like you were attacking the young generation, the youth. So can you explain more on that?
I discovered myself when I was young that I was going to be a teacher. I discovered when I was young that I was going to assist the youngsters. For me to breathe, for me to survive, for me to be alive today, it is because of these youths. I'm now surviving for these youths. So those articles that I write, I'm writing so that I can bring these youths to God. I discovered that so many of these youths now, they no longer know God. They don't know the source of life. You cannot do anything without God. God is the source of everything. You cannot do anything without knowing the thoughts of your Creator. Who is the Creator? It is a God. You have to read the Bible every day. So if you know the thoughts of God, reading the Bible, praying in the morning, you pray to God. God, I want to thank you for my family. Thank you for my father. Thank you for my mother. Thank you for my sibling. Thank you for the day. Praying to God every day. So it means that you grow up fully knowing where you are going, where you are coming from. So the articles that I'm writing now, I'm trying to bring these youngsters to God. And if they come to God, their ways are directed.
Evangelist Ruziwe, as I see you, Evangelist, thank you very much for tuning to ZimGospel Masters Radio. Don't forget my brother Andras Davy, Bakasa, Prince Mangeza, as well as Apostle Brandon, my love, Miss Chris. Do you have another question?
On your article, you also mentioned the deeper Valentines. You have to spend it in God's presence. Can you actually explain on that as well?
If you want to enjoy today, for a youth, you are not supposed to have a boyfriend. It's not time for that. It's not time for presents, but it is time for purpose. So you focus on your purpose. So it means that you don't have a boyfriend. So the greatest gift that you have, number one, it's your mama, it's your daddy. Then the greatest of all the greatest is Jesus Christ. He makes you to breathe. He gives you strength. He knows where you're coming from. He knows your tomorrow. He knows your yesterday. So that is the greatest gift. So what can you do now to him? You just, Shamanda, God, I want to thank you for this special day. Father, I know you love me. Father, you are the beginning. He's the beginning for everything. Father, you are the Alpha. He is the Alpha for your life. You know what? the more you love God, your ways in life will be directed. Even at school, you perform well. Why? Because you are connected to the source. For example, we've got these cell phones. For me to communicate using this cell phone, what should I do? I put a charger, connect to this socket so that this phone can have power. So for me to have power, for me to remain alive, for me to be directed at school, it means that I have to be connected to the source of life, and that is God. For example, let's take a fish. If you remove a fish from water, that fish will perish. If you remove yourself from the source, your ways will be misdirected.
You said it's not time for you to have a boyfriend. So what is the perfect time for one to have a boyfriend or to have a girlfriend?
When you are mature, when you are now at the university, I usually tell my youngsters, these learners, when you are at the university, at the University of Zimbabwe, you will see a man from Blawayo, those people from Blawayo with their heads, you see someone from Msongehwa, you also see someone from Binga, someone from Kwekwe, where I come from, someone from Maramba Pumba. The choice is now wide. You can now choose. You know what you are doing law. Wasangana na katokotera kako. What am I dokota? Wasangana na pharmacist. My pharmacist. The choice is wide. Let me add on this one. The people that you go out with while you're at school, the chances are high that they won't marry you. Number one. Number two, the person that, for example, you have got a boyfriend. That person who is going to buy that present for you today for Valentine, check next year, you won't be going out with that person. You'll be going out with someone else. So it means that these people, they are wasting your time. Time now is time for the purpose.
Okay, thank you.
How are you doing, Brandon? AC Malawa, the guest is shamandering. I don't know what he was trying to say. So thank you very much for coming through, guys. 0714810907, and we are live on our Facebook page. I've got another question that I want to impose. Is Valentine's Day more for women or girls or ladies? Was it only taking one of my ladies? One present, it's sleepy here, but girls don't want number one. You want this. They have a card there Valentine's Day.
It appears as if these days Valentine is meant for women, where we have to take them for dinner, we have to spoil them, we have to do this and that. But Valentine's Day, I think, is the day of love. You can as well show your love to your husband. You can as well show your love to your parents. Remember, we've got our parents now. We are supposed to remember them, because for us to be what we are, it is because of their efforts. It is the day of love. So it's not really stipulated that it should only focus on women. It should focus also on what? On men. But this year, as a leap year, I think it's time for the women to spoil their husbands. It is also time for women also to spoil their fathers. And also time for women to spoil their grandfathers at their problems.
You can also send your question via our Facebook page, that is ZimGospel Masters official. And another listener, I've got a question directed to you, Doc. What is the most romantic thing you have done for your lady, for your wife? You believe in Valentine.
I have to be romantic to my wife every day. So what should I do every day? I should appreciate my wife. In the morning, you just say, I love you. When you are at work, my wife, I love you. In the evening, I love you. So to be love in the morning, in the afternoon, when you are breathing, when you are sitting, when you are jumping, when you are doing everything, it should be love and love and love. That is romantic to me.
With another listener, how should a single person spend Valentine's Day? Relationship. So that person are single. I just think I'll say, what do you suggest on that?
In this life, we don't love ourselves. When I'm single, it doesn't mean that I'm not a person. It's the circumstance that I encountered during this journey of life. I can take myself to stairs and spoil myself. I can even go visit my parents we buy something, we enjoy ourselves. There are so many ways. What is important is integration and also self-esteem and self-love. It doesn't mean that if you are not married, you are not complete, or if you are single, you are not complete. No, you are complete as you are. Just love yourself, spoil yourself. Remember, our days here on earth, they are numbered. The few days that we have, just make sure that you love yourself, you spoil yourself. You can as well extend to your family and make the day exciting.
You will be right after this. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share our story. It's a Valentine's special edition on inspirational segment with Dr. Muso, DJ Miss Chris, and the host, Editor News, Gwesu Banashe, so I get what I saw.
ZimGospel Masters publication conducts an online broadcasting and offers advertising slots in their various print publications to interested parties. ZimGospel Masters Radio, spreading the good news.
Back to inspirational moment, inspiration segment right here on ZimGospel Masters Radio with Gwesu Banashe, Editor News. Don't forget DJ Miss Chris is also in the building. Dr. Muso. So Valentine Disusu yakaturongeka yatopera kuza tatadzidza zvese. Miss Chris.
So you mentioned something about Amatuke that they are not supposed to do on this Valentine's, but then there are people that are in love and they're at that stage of this stage of so actually this kind of people, how are they supposed to celebrate Valentine's?
Let me possibly start by saying or start by emphasizing that love is not only expressed through sex.
Okay.
Love can be expressed through so many ways. For example, you can go out. Exteriors, you can go out at anyway. Then you buy your food, you enjoy your food. You'll be talking laughing tones. You know what? You are my head, you are my son. You know what? When I'm seeing you, I'm seeing your world. That is intimacy. It's bringing you together. You can as well go to areas of interest, areas like parks, like in areas to see animals, blah 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 blah. You go there, you spend the day talking to each other. That on its own is also bringing you together. My emphasis is on God. You can as well go to church. Lunch hour, you've got lunch hour, our sessions in so many areas. Go there together. Thank God for the union. Thank God for tomorrow.
And so let's go now because of our time. What are you actually doing out there to inspire the youth?
There are so many ways. Every weekend or midweek, I move around schools, move around churches, inspiring these youth. Like what I said, my purpose here on earth, I'm surviving for these youngsters. I am trying to bring them to God. Why? How am I going? How am I doing that? I'm now teaching them ways in which they are going to make them realize who they are, ways in which they are going to make them take the right choices. You know what? The choices that we take today, they determine where we are going. They determine our future. I usually tell them about these 5 important questions. Question number one, who am I? So many of these youths, they don't know who they are. They copy what other youths are doing. They copy what other peers are doing. They copy what their friends are doing. But if you realize who you are you? When you're waking up, who are you? Who are you? If you know who you are, obviously now you don't copy anyone. You won't be a copycat of anyone. Question number 2, where do I come from? So many of these youngsters, like what I said, they don't know the source of life. Where do they come from? They came from the Creator, the Alpha and the Omega. I usually say that you know that we had a year which was called 1124. There were people who were there. There were people who also survived during the time of 1524. There were people who were there. There were also people who survived 1924, and we are now in 2024. And there is a year which is going to come, which is called 3024. The earth will be there. So it means that the Creator is the source of everything. So you are supposed to pray to Him. You are supposed to read the Bible each and every time. Number 3, what can I do? So many of these youths now, they don't know the greatness that is inside them. It is because they are affected by the environment, they are just demoralized, they are affected by the friends and so forth. But I want to tell them that, I'm telling them that, and you can do it despite your background. My parents are divorced. Mama vakashaya, dadi rakashaya, uri nherera, hauna chekudya, une inform one, you can still overcome all those mountains. They are going to be tomorrow's testimonies. You can do it. I want them to have that mindset of a lion. You know what? A lion is not the biggest animal in the jungle. In the jungle, we've got elephants, we've got giraffes, we've got hippopotamus. But you know what? Whenever an elephant sees a lion, it runs away. What comes to the thought of the elephant is it tells itself that I am lunch. Whenever a lion sees an elephant, it sees lunch. So you have that mindset of a fighter. Fight whether you are down. Fight whether you have lost a parent. Fight whether your parents have divorced. Fight for your life. One day you are going to be a testimony tomorrow. So there is that greatness inside them. I also told them that when a bird paramita mazai no chochonya, after that now tumanyana tutanga kubruka after some time. Fish inoito mazai after some time yatsotonya tutanga kukuswima. A tree, a seed ukarijara pasi now rotanga kugrow. Trees don't go for growing lessons. Fish don't go for swimming lessons. Birds don't go for flight lessons. That greatness is in them. So you know that when God created each and everyone, He created each person with that greatness. There's a purpose that you're supposed to fulfill. Know yourself, identify yourself. That great potential, do potential that is going to make you be a great person. Another one, I also talk about why are you here? Today I'm here for Valentine, but you are going to school. Why are you going to school? Know why you are going to school. Don't take drugs. Don't be involved in alcohol. Don't smoke. Don't be involved in relationships. Focus on the purpose. Know why you are going to school. Then the last question, where am I going? You'll be shocked. So many of these youths now, they don't know where they are going. After finishing Form 4, what are you going to do? They don't know. After finishing A level, if you ask them, those who do arts, they only know about law and also social work. If you ask those who are doing sciences, they only know about 2 or 3 programs. They don't know where they are going. Know where you are going. Know, identify the gift. You know what? When I was young, I discovered that I wanted to be a teacher. People loved it. Teacher, I should not marry. But if you follow your passion, you always get what you want. Number one, priority number one, follow your passion and the money will follow you. Don't follow money. Start with the passion and the money will it will follow you. So, know where you're going. Why are you doing Form 4? Do you know the combination that you're going to do at A level? They don't know. Some are saying I'm going to do arts. Do you know arts? Some said, not my arts are not secular. But do you know when we pray, we say, Our Father, who art? The art in heaven. Arts are important. You can become a great person besides doing arts when you are praying art in heaven. So the arts, they are very important. So don't look down upon yourself. You can become an artist. You can become a great musician. You can do my drama. Zip, Madam Boss. They are doing my skits. They are surviving because of that. So you don't say I should do my commercials, my sciences, whatsoever. So these are the 5 questions that the learners, that the students should always remember. Who am I? Where am I going? Why am I here? What can I do? And yes, and where do I come from?
Peer pressure, it's actually destroying the lives of many youth. So over to you, Erida.
Possibly before going that now, peer pressure is destroying the youth's house. Sorry for your time. Number one, I'm seeing that so many youths now they are being distracted. I call them distractors. Number one, masturbation. So many youths now, they're involved in such an act. You are destroying yourself. You bring spiritual wives and spiritual husbands because of that. Number 2, I have also discovered that youths now, they are taking themselves photos whilst they are naked. When you are bathing, that photo is to spread all over. Your future is destroyed. The sex that they want now to do now, some boyfriends, whilst they are doing that sex now, they will be recording. When the girl no longer wants that boyfriend now, is spread all over. Another one, the tattoos. You see them putting on tattoos because now we are also inviting spirits that are going to disturb you in the future. Avoid these distractors. Another distractor that I am also seeing, it is this issue of violent music. Yeah, I'll kick you and head you. Yeah, that music now, it's not going to take you anywhere. Avoid listening to that music. We've got Baba Jaramba, they sing such good songs. We've got people who sing songs that are going to direct you tomorrow. Pornography. If you check these days, they watch pornography. Pornography, you are bringing dirty thoughts. Those thoughts now, they will arouse your feelings. You're now doing masturbation. You are now involved in sexual relations. Why? Because of pornography. Avoid these distractors. Focus on the papers.
Wow. Because as we are now advancing towards the end of this show, Doc, your last words to us who are celebrating Valentine's Day.
Greatest love we were given by our Lord Jesus Christ, who died on the cross. He died on the cross so that we have this salvation. So I say that the greatest Valentine gift, it is just to give God all the glory.
That was Dr. Muso on Valentine's special edition. Right, on ZimGospel Master Radio, a segment inspirational station. My name is Sukwanashi. Ngatisana neka to the last and final segment, inspirational way. I'm going to talk about Ash Wednesday. I talk how do people get in touch with you, your WhatsApp platforms, your social media platforms?
Okay, they can follow me on Facebook. My Facebook page is called Menas Muso. They can also follow me on that another Facebook page called Arthur Marara and Mr. Muso. You can get everything. They can as well follow me on YouTube. On YouTube, I post inspirational messages, guidance and counseling, and I'm also a history teacher. I've recorded everything about history. Those who are doing O-level history, those who are doing A-level history, everything that is in our curricula, that is in the syllabi, go to my YouTube channel, Menas Msongehwa. You are going to get everything. Then my phone number is 077 101 9392.
Pamutage mhakudzokera kukwekwe mufambe makatakura nyasha dzeZimGospel Masters Radio. Thank you so much.
Thank you.